Let's try something different today. Instead of talking about first lines, we're going to look at them one after another, kind of fast, because great first lines, they're not random. Authors spend a lot of time developing them and making them what they need to be. And a first line needs to do three very specific things. They create curiosity, a question, or a promise for the reader. And today we're going to break those down using four quick lenses: the hook, the reason it works, the tone it sets, and the reaction it creates in the reader. If we haven't met before, I'm Melissa Bourbon. I've written more than 35 novels across mystery and magical fiction, including my newest novel that just came out, House of Spells and Secrets. And on this channel, we explore how stories actually work, especially the small craft decisions that make readers keep turning the pages, and that is what we want. Today, we're going to model what strong openings really look like. So let's see them in action. It's our speed round. Fourth wing. Today is the day. There is urgency. There is something important about to happen. The tone is tense, and the viewer reaction is what's happening today. We see the event immediately. It's shocking in tone, and we're asking, why did she do it? I need to know what happened. Where the crawdads sing. The marsh is not swamp. There's contradiction, unexpected language because of that contradiction. It's thoughtful, and the reader is asking, okay, what's the difference? Lessons in chemistry. It was 1961, and women were not supposed to be chemists. Okay, there's immediate conflict. The world is against the protagonist. There is a defiance to the tone, and we know that she's going to challenge that rule. The Midnight Library. 19 years before she decided to die, Nora Seed sat in the warmth of the small library at Hazeldean School in the town of Bedford. Okay, there's a life-changing decision at stake. Those emotional stakes appear immediately. There's a reflective tone, and the viewer is reacting, saying, okay, well, what happened to her? Notice what's happening here. None of these lines explain the whole story. They don't give backstory. They don't describe the world in detail. They simply make the reader think, oh, something important is about to happen. That's the job of a first line. Okay, let's keep going with our speed round. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. There is something to be said about a woman who sits quietly in a room waiting to be noticed. We're hooked by the voice. It's confident. There's confident narration. It's mysterious. And we know that this person has secrets. A court of thorns and roses. The forest had become a labyrinth of snow and ice. We sense danger in a hostile environment. There's a tenseness to the tone, and we know that survival will matter to this person. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Sam and Sadie met in a hospital game room in 1987. We're hooked by a specific moment when two lives intersect. It's reflective, and we wonder, okay, so what? Why does this meeting matter? We want to know. The night circus. The circus arrives without warning. Surprise. We are surprised by this. It's an unexpected event. It's magical. And our reaction as readers is, okay, something unusual is happening. House of Spells and Secrets. The Connor sisters had always been called witches. We understand there's identity here. We understand the promise of magic and an unusual label for these girls. It's mysterious, and the viewer reaction is, why were they called witches? And finally, the silent patient. Alicia Berenson was 33 years old when she killed her husband. We have clarity, immediate stakes, an unforgettable tone. I need to know what happened. If you enjoy breaking down stories this way, not just theory, but real examples, make sure to subscribe. Every week, we explore how stories actually work beneath the surface. So when you're revising your own opening, don't ask, is this sentence beautiful? Because that's not necessarily going to keep people turning the pages. You want to ask something more important. Does this line create curiosity, a question, or a promise? Because when those things appear, readers are going to keep turning the pages. If you want to understand the next step after the first line, you want to think about first chapters. So watch this video next. Because the real problem most readers face isn't actually the first sentence, although I think it's very important. It's actually the first chapter. That's where the story really gains momentum, and it comes down to a promise again. You can entice a reader or you can lose a reader with that first chapter. So again, watch this one next.